Hello, tubers. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'll say it backwards like one of my subscribers does. And welcome to Cooper's Thai Adventure live stream with Mr. Brooke Schneider. Brooke Schneider, welcome back. He is on his final night of singleness. Jackie is back tomorrow. And you can tell when somebody's been single for a little while. But his wife went over to the Philippines and had some business to take care of, and she's coming back tomorrow. But you can tell when somebody's been single for a little while, folks, because when he came over our place last Wednesday morning and did the live stream, straight after the live stream, he went to the toilet and he left the seat up.
No. Impossible.
Yeah, you left the seat up. So Jackie's in for a surprise. You got to make sure you put it back down before she gets home.
Plead no contest.
You plead no contest. Okay. So today's live stream, I went and had to renew my driver's license last Friday. And before I get into that, there was some breaking news in Thailand that I'd like to get into. Thailand's got a fast track scheme. And years ago, when I first came to Thailand and I flew business class for the very first time, I flew with Emirates Airlines. And if you fly business or first class, then what they would do is they'd give you a brown sort of rectangular cardboard thing, and it said fast track on it. And you'd put that in your passport, and it was only available for those that were flying business or first class. And I can remember my very first business class trip. And I come into I came into then Swanapum Airport, and when it first opened, and you go up to the VIP section, and it's called Fast Track, and you'd give them the special brown ticket that you only got for flying business or first class. Of course, it was paid for by the Airways, so you were paying for the privilege in your business class ticket price.
Okay.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
because they had to pay the Department of Transport here in Thailand and TOT. And anyways, you'd be able to go through and you wouldn't have to wait in the long immigration lines. Well, then they stopped giving that brown ticket, and I forgot all about it until I read about it in the news this morning. And what they were doing is if you had just your ticket stub that said business or first class, you were able to use the fast track, or you could even pay to use the fast track service. And they've just announced that they've stopped it for incoming flights only. So outgoing flights, if you're flying out of Swanapum Airport and you're going to another country and you have a business class ticket, they'll let you go through the fast track going out. So you don't have to go through the long immigration lines, but coming in, no longer. For the fast track is still open, but what they're saying is it's only open for those with disabilities, i.e. people with mobility issues, they're in a wheelchair, or pregnant women, or the very elderly. So there you go. That is the latest breaking news in Thailand, and came out in the last 24 hours. In regards to that, a reporter for the Thailand Post tried to get access to immigration, and in Swanapum Airport, he was allowed to go in there and see the sign in arrivals, but they said, no, you can't take a picture of it. So he wasn't able to put it in the newspaper. So, but yes, several people have come into Thailand and said, yes, it's changed in the last 24 hours. They can no longer do that. Is it something that's going to stay that way going forward, or is it going to change again? Who knows? Maybe the airlines stopped paying for it. That's why you weren't given the brown card anymore. I don't know. But stay tuned, and I'll update you as soon as I know.
They installed these kiosks where you, kind of like I saw in Australia, where you put your hand in.
That's supposed to be enforced.
Oh, now, not yet.
I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
Because that would speed things up.
Now, your wife, Jackie, can tell us tomorrow when she comes back.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have the passport scanning machines that you just walk up to. You put your passport in there, it scans it, and your face for facial recognition, and the gates open. I don't know if that's actually up and running yet. But I was told that they were in the process of doing it like Singapore does and other countries around the world. I think England and America both have the fast
That
track
would speed
scheme,
things up,
yeah,
I would think.
in regards to sliding your passport in the electronic device, and then you come. Maybe you guys can tell us in the comments. Anybody
Yeah, if somebody's been
came
in
in
recently.
to Thailand in the last 24 hours, maybe you will know, or maybe you know somebody that's been through and told you. But yeah, I don't know why they stopped it. It was fantastic. I like to build up my air miles, and then when I get so many miles, I like to treat myself and fly business class. Why not? I've been loyal to that airline. Why not utilize the service, get the free upgrade to business class, and get treated like a king for a day, and don't have to worry about the long lines coming back into Thailand in immigration, especially if you come in during the peak times of the day, like 9 o'clock in the morning and lunchtime. Forget it. It's long lines at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is I went to get my license. And when I had to go to Rayong. I went through TikTok Services, an agent that we know and trust, that both you and I. And they said, Cooper, we're going to go to Rayong, because if you want to go to Pattaya to do it, it takes 2 days now. So you got to go on one day, do a bunch of exercises, and then go back a week later, whatever it is, and pick it up. And I was like, ooh, that's pushing it kind of close before we go on vacation, because while we're on vacation, my Thai driver's license is going to expire. So I wanted to get it done, and you got to wait until it's less than 30 days before it expires to renew it. And I'm just at that threshold now, so it's like, quickly go get it
It's
done.
a form of ID, so yeah, you
Yes.
want to have that with you.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I went there, and it was incredibly easy. We were there 2.5 hours. And previous times when I've renewed my Thai driver's license, I've done it in Udon Thani. This is my first time doing it here in Jomtien area. And it's just turn up. They take your picture, they renew your license, because you're already in the
Same day.
Same day.
Wow.
Straight away.
Nice.
Literally within minutes.
How far, Rayon? That's a bit of a drive.
An hour.
An hour, yeah.
It was an hour away. And they said, you can come to us in Jomtien, and we'll drive you down there. You can come with us in the car. We'll take you down there. And they had several people with them. So maybe they had a van. I don't know. And when I got down there, it's not so straightforward as renewing it normally, because in Udon Thani, like I said, all you did is turn up to get your picture taken. That's it. No test, nothing involved. This one, they actually had you do some exercises. So one of them was, they gave me this little controller with an up button and a down button. He said, push the up button. I did. He said, push the down button. I did. And he says, okay, next. I'm like, what the heck was that?
Yeah, what was all that?
Can I push an up and down button? Yeah, I guess I can. And then after about an hour wait, we went upstairs to the second floor, and you had to do the old
green and red.
The green,
pedal?
No, what it was is you had red, yellow, and green lights. Again, you had the little controller with button A, B, C, and A tied to the green, the B tied to the yellow, and the C tied to the red color.
Okay.
So when you saw them flash up on the screen, you hit the relevant one on the keypad. Very easy. Then you moved on to another chair, and you had the old brake pedal test.
Okay.
You put your foot on the gas, the light changes to red. They want to test your reaction time, how long it takes you to react and put your foot on the brake pedal. Again, very easy. They give you 3 attempts. You got to get 2 right. And I saw one Thai woman take about 12 attempts and finally got it right.
Finally got it right. Oh,
but so they let you keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And then the last one was, you put your head in this device, and there was a shutter that either opened on the right or left side.
Yeah.
With a very tiny light that you couldn't see. And you had a right and a left button. So if the right one opened, you push the right button. The left one opened, you push the left button. Again, 2 out of 3 to pass. And the first time I was like, I couldn't see it when the shutter opened, because it's right there in your peripheral vision, you know what I mean? Right at the side of your vision. And I was turning my head so I could see which one was going, and I was pushing the button. She said, nope, do it again, but this time look straight.
Oh, she caught you.
Yeah, caught me turning my head, and I was like, okay, but because when you see other people do it, you can't tell what's going on. You're sort of in a queue waiting to go to each one.
Yeah.
and I was in a queue waiting to see what was going on, and I couldn't tell until you actually got your head in the machine and you failed the first time. Then you could see what was going on, and you could sort of gauge your eyes for it, which one went open, because you'd see just that little minimal light, and you push the button.
Oh, so you would see it.
Barely.
Okay.
Very, very barely. You had to concentrate hard to see it.
Yeah.
And that was it. I went and they took a picture. 2 minutes later, I got my driver's license, walked out the
Now,
door.
did you get both licenses?
Both motorcycle and car cost me 6,000 baht.
Okay.
Same as getting your first license. The renewal is
And it's
exactly
good
the same
for
price.
how long?
5 years.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah, 5 years. So you initially in Thailand, you'll get a 2-year driver's license,
Which
for
I
either
got.
motorbike or car.
Yeah.
And then after the 2 years, if you're a good boy and you got no points against your license, they'll renew it for 5 years. If you
Good.
do have points against your license, you only get another 2 years.
Yeah.
And then you have to have a 2-year clean record to get the 5-year.
Huh. Now, if you had outstanding tickets, say,
Yeah.
road tickets, would they renew it with outstanding, or would they want those paid?
I think
or
you'd probably have to pay them, but they're looking for like traffic offenses, speeding, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
accidents, whatever, and where you accumulate points on your license, sort of thing.
Well,
So
you're notorious for having outstanding tickets, aren't you? Or am I guessing?
only to on Emirates.
Okay.
So let's get started with today's show, see who we got in, and by all means, join in today's topic. Both the VIP section for those flying business class and first class can no longer use the FastTrack service. What do you guys think of it? And the driver's license, how easy is it? Super easy. And the price.
Julie Perkins, hello from Julie and Adrian in Bangsaray.
Hello, Julian. Hello, Adrian, my good buddy there. Thank you for both coming
Always
on and
at the
joining
meet and
us.
greets. Oregon Steve, hello. Wasn't that awesome? RFK coming to join Trump's campaign.
Well, I don't know about awesome, but I know that's good for Bitcoin.
Yep.
Both Trump and
Crypto.
RFK support crypto,
Yep.
i.e. Bitcoin as well. I'm just hoping Kamala Harris jumps on suit, because once you've got all three, it's a no-brainer for Bitcoin, for crypto.
Yeah, I don't think she will.
I don't know. I did read an interview that she said that she was considering going to the Bitcoin conference, but changed her mind at the last minute because she didn't know enough about it to be able to support it or not support it. So I heard there's another big conference coming up in October and that she might be there. So fingers crossed for that one. It'd be great if you had all three candidates say they support Bitcoin.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. She seems to jump on any bandwagon that might obtain votes, is my impression.
We got everybody on the
well,
channel.
I'll tell you
We
where
got
I got that.
Republicans, Independents, Democrats.
Trump had come out and said he's not going to tax tips.
Yes.
And there is a whack of people in the US that would make tips. And they'd all think, well, that's a great idea. In fact, I even thought, well, that's interesting how they would do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe Canada should look at that. And I thought, well, that's, it's innovative. And then not long after, Harris says, yeah, I don't think we're going to tax tips. Where did that idea come from, I wonder?
Sharing a great idea. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think they should both come out and say no more wars.
Well,
there you go. Exactly.
Heath McDaniel, good morning, evening from Southeast Tennessee.
And hello, Heath. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
That's Chattanooga area, maybe. Malcolm Hawken, good day, Team Coops.
And good day, Mal. Thank you for coming on and joining us, buddy.
That's his Harley there. Gene, hello from Pensacola, Florida.
And hello, Gene from
Florida.
Florida.
The Panhandle.
Yep.
Black Ops, evening Cooper, Brooke and Darlene, evening Big Al.
Evening Al, good to see you again on the live stream, buddy.
Malcolm again, and y'all know that Katea is saying right now.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for watching Cooper Thai Adventure. She goes like this and makes fun of me every day in her Thai accent. I love it.
That was a bad Thai accent.
Hey,
Rodney,
that was my best Katea impression.
Good morning, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke. Another great day at the live stream.
And thank you, Rodney.
Keith McDaniel, the joys of living alone, it doesn't matter on toilets.
And that was another thing that was in the Thai news. Out in rural Thailand, sort of in the jungle area, very, very rural town. The guy lived on the ground floor, and he'd had problems with snakes in the sewage system.
Oh, no.
And he flushes the toilet like he does every time, then went to sit down on the toilet and got bit in the testicles by a snake. Now, luckily, the snake was not poisonous, but ouch. And the only thing he could do to fend it off was to grab the toilet brush and keep hitting it while it was attached to his testicles, and eventually it let go. So he held the snake until the poison control turned up, said it's not venomous. You don't have to worry about that. And the doctor said, yeah, it's not permanent damage. You'll be okay. So, yeah, lesson learned there out in rural Thailand. I don't even go out in rural Thailand out there. When I lived in Udon Thani, I saw snakes almost every week. Here in Jomtien, Pattaya, knock on wood, we've been here 18 months, never seen a snake.
No, and
Never
I mean, he
once.
was on the ground floor too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the 6th. I'll be okay, right?
No, I think they can go up 6 floors. You got to be on the 7th to be protected like me. Now you watch every time Brooke goes to the toilet, he's going to be looking in the bowl, flushing 3 times.
Poor dog. Good evening, Mr. Coop, Mr. Schneider. Isn't it past your bedtime? He's referring to you.
Me.
Looking forward to the stream.
And thank you for dog.
New Wave, good morning, afternoon, and evening, Darlene, Coop, and Brooke.
And thank you, New Wave. Darlene is in the room there behind Mr. Schneider and our channel moderator, and also my wife for the new folks on the channel.
Mike, good morning, gents, from Daytona Beach.
And hello, Mike. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Ernest Jones, good morning from Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma, been there?
All over.
Yeah.
Rigor Mortis, good morning from New Jersey.
From Jersey. Rigor Mortis, thank you for coming on and joining us. And Ernest, by the way, I was there when I was 6 years old, just outside Oklahoma City. My dad was in the Air Force, and we were at a base called Tinkler Air Force Base in Oklahoma City.
Al DeCisi, good day, gents. Being 69, is that considered extremely elderly for the fast track? Just walk with a limp, Al, when you're heading up there, okay? You probably have a better chance.
I have no idea. I'm going to use Brooke as the guinea pig. He's 71. Let's see if he can do it.
I don't look.
If he can do it, there's hope for all of us.
I'll make sure I got a limp when I walk up. Rick Moat, hello, everyone, from Panama City. Again, Panhandle Beach, Florida. Really appreciate all of your reading information. Have a great day.
And you too, Rick. Thank you very much.
Alfa Romeo, good morning, gents and Darlene from the Great White North. Have my morning Timmy's in hand and looking forward to another great live stream.
You Canadians and your coffee.
Timmy's. Only for Canadians.
Only for Canadians.
Jay Easy, good evening, afternoon, good morning.
And good morning to you, Jay Easy. So that's like saying kicks are only for kids, huh?
Correct. Correctamundo. Tony Montana, and good evening, Cooper, Darlene, Brooke, and Jackie from Montana and the Greek boy, Johnny. We are at the Apple Bar playing pool.
And have fun at the Apple Bar playing pool.
So Tony had me howling the other day in the pool.
Why? What happened?
Well, he's telling me how good his dog is. You know, how obedient, right? I mean, he'll just sit. The dog sits and come over. And the dog comes over and stands beside him. He says, "Oh yeah." And he says, "What's the name of your dog?" Well, Montana, of course. Yeah, that's Tony Montana. Got a dog named Montana.
There you go.
W, good morning from Queens, New York. I'm reading in the New York Times about Thailand's political drama. I wonder if the court's ouster of a progressive prime minister will limit business growth and money coming in.
Probably not. Probably not. It'll be a little bit wishy-washy for a couple months. The new prime minister, Thaksin Pinawat's daughter, who he was the old prime minister, and only lasted just under a year. And then he became exiled from Thailand for suspicion of fraud, which is still going through the courts today. Probably what she's going to do is give him a pardon. Nobody knows what her plans are for the future here in Thailand. She hasn't sort of spelled it out. The one thing that she did say, they were going to give out digital cards to the Thai citizens with 10,000 baht on it. The old prime minister said,
Yeah.
this new one, Thaksin Shinawat's daughter, she's only 37 years old. She said, no, she's not going to do that because Thailand simply can't afford it.
I was
Yeah.
wondering, yeah.
So it would hurt their economy too much. But we are looking forward to some new immigration rules coming out in the next month or two in regards to retirement visas and them making it easier. A lot of ideas floating around the grapevine. I don't know if any of them are true. You know how everything, the rumor mill is here in Thailand. But one of the most promising ideas I did hear that that they may choose to implement is if you've been on a retirement visa for a couple of years, good boy, turned up for your 90-day reports and stuff like that. When you come back to renew it, they'll give you a couple of years instead of 1 year.
That'd be nice.
So that would be nice, you know, sort of like a what's the word? Good behavior token.
Sure.
Yeah. Token of appreciation.
If they would do that, like give you a 2 or 3 year,
yeah,
and get rid of the 90-day check-in, which I think is a waste of time. That would be just great.
I think it'd be fantastic.
Be proactive for encouraging retirees in Thailand.
Yeah, so
not every country's doing that, guys.
Stay tuned, and as soon as we get an update in the Thai Royal Gazette, that's the one I only really go by because then it's passed into law and it's been signed by the king.
Good.
Because all the laws that they come out with in Thailand, none of them go into force until the king signs it.
Gotcha.
And then it's posted in the Thai Royal Gazette, which is authorized by the crown to say that, yes, this has now become law.
Good to know.
Yeah.
JD Shemp saw a big monkey on Pradamak Hill.
Wow, big monkey on Pradamak Hill.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any monkeys on Pradamak Hill yet, but I'm sure they're there.
Maybe.
Yeah. And a shout out goes to Steve Boston, who bought us 5 coffees and says, "Hi, gang. Love all you do. Thanks for everything. Would love to attend meet and greet in September if welcome." And of course, you are very welcome, Steve Boston. All of our subscribers are. And it will be the 4th Tuesday in September, which I believe falls on the 24th or 26th. I'd have to check my calendar. But it's one of those 2 days, and it's straight after we come back from the cruise.
Everyone had a great time at the last one.
Yeah.
And it was a quieter evening, meaning everyone there was subscribers.
Yeah.
Not like that Friday where the bar was half packed of Aussies cheering for their favorite, footy team.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a good time to do it on the Tuesday.
Yeah. So Stephen Boston, thank you so much for the 5 coffees. Much highly appreciated.
Jay Easy, I'm with you, Coop, on the snakes.
Yeah, I'm with you. Don't go out into rural Thailand. Yes. You go in the jungle, you're going to find
don't trek in the jungle. Who'd want to do that?
Exactly. Jungle are for dangerous animals. And we have wild elephants here in Thailand. They roam around. I've seen people put on YouTube videos, of rural roads right through the jungle, and people drive up there. And if they don't have food for the elephants flip the cars over. So if you give them some food, they'll let you pass. If you don't give them some food, then you say goodbye to your car or your motorbike. So yeah, it's like a land tax for elephants.
What about tigers? They got tigers here?
No, they don't have
tigers.
They do,
so I saw them.
Really?
Yeah.
In the zoo.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, they could escape.
Yeah. No, we don't have tigers. We don't have lions. We don't have bears. We do have snakes and we have elephants.
Snakes and elephants.
Yeah.
Mark Nichols, good morning from Andalusia, Alabama, 80 miles from Panama City. Thailand gets better every day.
It sure does, Mark. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Got one of your buddies here. Richard. Mike Brooks is a very young 71. He acts 31.
You do.
Correctamundo.
Yeah. You
want to stay young, act young.
Yeah.
You want to stay young, hang around young people.
Right.
That's why I hang around you.
Yeah, because I'm immature.
Daryl Finley. Hello, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Still settling into my condo, but happy I can join the live stream tonight.
And thank you, Daryl. Much appreciated.
Yeah, Daryl. Oh, yeah, thanks. I think Daryl gave us those gifts, didn't it?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he
thank you,
us,
Daryl. That was a nice.
thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Daryl. Willem Vanderbeek. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from The Hague, Netherlands.
The Hague, Netherlands.
Across the pond.
And we'll be there in 2 weeks' time.
You will.
Yeah, it's part of the cruise. We're actually going into Amsterdam. Well, sort of near The Hague, not far.
Oh, good.
On the cruise ship. So looking forward to that.
Maybe Willem will meet up there with you. Show you the sights.
One thing I'm definitely looking forward to in Amsterdam is going to have a shawarma. They call them
a shawarma.
And what it is they get this bread, and it's a round, really soft pita bread, and you put the meat in there. It's lamb meat, and then they give you this garlic mayo sauce you put on there. Super delicious. Brooke, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah.
I thought that the first time I tried it, and when I tried it, it was to die for. My favorite Dutch food, shawarma.
I'm not big on mutton, and I don't like garlic too much.
You'll like this.
Ernest Jones, Cooper, Tinker Air Force Base is still here and the largest employer in the state.
Is it really?
Wow.
I know it's one of the biggest Air Force bases in the U.S. I think
Oklahoma.
Only beat by Edwards Air Force Base in California.
Wow.
But I think it is the second largest Air Force base, but it was huge. Absolutely massive. I can still remember bits of it in my head, and in the Air Force, you live on base.
Sure.
And my dad would say to my mom, okay, come on, Saturday, let's go to the commissary and do our grocery shopping. That's where the military grocery store was. And my mom would be like, that's 30 minutes away in the car. That's how big the base was, and it was on base, the commissary. And I think they had several of them on the base, several golf courses, and it was just huge, absolutely huge base.
I know they always have trouble when they want to close bases in the U.S.
Yeah.
And boy, they get
because they really support the economy.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
it's the local economy, man. Live and learn with Mike. Good evening, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
And good evening to you too, Mike. Thank you for coming on and joining us, brother.
Poor dog, I saw that about the snake. With my advancing age, there are certain parts of the anatomy that are hanging down lower.
Yeah,
that's something we should consider. Now I will really check the bowl.
Yeah.
Only if you're on the ground floor.
And only if you're living in rural Thailand. So, I mean, this guy was living literally out in the jungle. There's only a few houses in this very tiny village. And he'd had problems with the snakes getting into the septic tank, the sewer underneath his house. And it wasn't the first time he'd saw a snake in the toilet.
No.
So he had changed from using the downstairs toilet to using the upstairs. It was a 2-story house. And he found a snake in the upstairs one. And then he said, heck with that, I'm going back to the downstairs because I've seen 3 snakes in the upstairs, but only 1 in the downstairs. It's safer for me to use the downstairs one. He flushed before he went, sat down, and whoomp. That's it. So, yeah, that would give anyone a shock. Wonder what would you do in the comments if you sat down and one bit you? What would be your first reaction? Would you grab it and sort of rip? I don't know. Would you be trying to get your finger in between the teeth and open the mouth? I don't know. What would you do, Brooke?
I don't even want to think about it. Okay. No comment.
Why? Are yours hanging down to your knee?
No. It's just not a picture I want to put in my mind to think about how I would react to that.
Are you sure when you sit on the toilet, they don't float in the water?
I don't plan on living in the rural jungle on a first floor, let's just say. Okay. Oh, God. Willem Vanderbeek, do you think that the new prime minister will revoke the new Thai immigration laws, Cooper and Brooke?
No, I don't.
I don't think so either. No.
She's pro-immigration as well.
I think so.
So I don't think she's going to do anything to affect that. She's trying to boost the Thai economy just as much as the previous prime minister. So I don't think she's going to do anything to hurt immigration.
When you've got 20% of your economy based on tourism, that's something you really got to watch to encourage and not, make it suffer, let's say. And I think the other thing, like maybe it's not well reported, but I think the economy is slowing. Not only in Thailand, but
I think it's worldwide.
Yeah. And having said that, boy, they'll be looking to generate more income, not less. More income means more retirees coming, more tourists coming, spend their money here rather than somewhere else. So I think there'll be pro policies, not anti.
And I think that's part of the reason they stopped the FastTrack service, trying to get more money out of the airlines.
Well, time will tell.
Well, they used to be paying for it, and you used to get the brown card, you know, that said FastTrack on it. I remember when I got it when I flew Emirates that time. So
it's not going to affect anybody coming to Thailand that they don't have a fast track. It'll affect whether they book business class or not. That's my view.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably mainly because they've got more automated with these kiosks. And, you know, I mean, I saw that up live in Australia. You slide your hand in, you take your picture, does your fingerprint, you got your passport in there. It spits out a ticket, you know, a long one, believe it or not, and your picture's on the ticket.
Right.
And you just walk through, the gate swings open.
Okay.
You know, hello, yeah, that's great.
Okay, so they didn't put an entry stamp in your passport then?
Nope. And
wow.
well, I don't know if something read it on the thing, but I didn't see anything put on there. And like the people that didn't do the kiosks, they're in lineups, man. I'll tell you, I don't know how long they're going to be. And Jack and I walked right through the swinging gates. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think there was somebody there to collect the tickets, but anyways, that was no big deal. We'll see. Willem Vanderberg, Cooper and Brooke, how do you manage your portfolio from Thailand? Do you use VPN?
Definitely.
Yeah, you want to use the VPN probably wherever you go.
Yeah.
And it's simple. I just, you know, I'm a Canadian, so I deal with TD, you know, Waterhouse in Canada, and just do my trades as I would if I was living there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I use NordVPN. That's my favorite one to use.
Same here.
And it's very safe and secure.
Yeah,
Never,
and you're with
IBK,
I think, and it's fine. Works good for you anywhere. So there you go. So, yep, very simple.
It is.
Gene, how does a strengthening baht affect your finances and exchange rates?
Well, it's actually was a bonus for me today. And the reason it was a bonus is on the cruise ship that we're going on a week on Tuesday when we fly, they only accept US dollars because it's American Cruise Company.
Yeah.
All right. So the fantastic thing there is I went to the TT Money Exchange because the Thai baht is now gaining on the dollar. It cost me less baht for my US dollars. So it was a super plus for me going out.
You were buying dollars instead of
so
selling
it was
them.
a super bonus that way. And I was very happy because it cost me 3,000 baht less, you know, for 1,000 US dollars to take on a holiday with us in cash.
With like Gene, what I so I have the Wise, and you get a daily posting of the exchange, and I think the best I ever changed was 37. So if you did $1,000 US, you'd get 37,000 baht. And now I think it's down to 34 and change, you know, a little over that. So, you know, you might get 34,300 instead of 37. So, you know, it can make a difference in a month. That's like 2,700 difference baht. But the normal was around 35, and now it's, you know, say a baht less. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And a huge shout out to Rich Moat, who bought us 20 coffees and says, thank you for all the great information you provide. You are a world-class act. And thank you, Richard Moat. God bless you, brother. That's a heck of a lot of coffees. And we sure as heck appreciate it.
Very generous, Richard.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. That is a lot.
New Wave, Cope. Definitely try out fried fish at street vendors in Amsterdam. Better than any restaurant.
Really?
Well, there you go.
Fried fish at the street vendors.
Street vendors in Amsterdam.
And I'm looking forward to going to Iceland and having cod.
Okay.
When I was in England, I loved cod fish and chips. Super, super tasty. Where do the British get their cod from? Iceland.
Iceland. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to having it on the same day that it's caught. So it's going to be super, super fresh.
It would be.
Yeah.
Market Focus. Good evening, Cooper, Dunning, and Brooke, the temporarily single guy.
Yeah, and Daisy got less than 24 hours left.
Yeah.
I think Jackie's going to be here, what, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon? 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, thereabouts.
That's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, 3:30.
Now, is the house...
You'll see me Tuesday morning, probably around 10.
Yeah, okay, 6-second wonder. Now, is the house clean?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
I'm going to have
that could be an alarm bell.
I'm going to have the meal made.
That could be an alarm bell. She's going to be saying, "Who's been in here? Who's kept the house so clean, Brooke?"
Cooper told me I had to, honey.
Don't put it on me. Don't put it on me. Because Darlene and I went down to the pool to see you today, but you'd already left, and we saw Montana and also Bubba. Bubba was there.
Yeah.
And Montana said, I did warn Brooke that if he leaves it too clean, she might become suspicious. And Darlene said, if Cooper left it that clean, I would be very suspicious. Who's been around there cleaning the house while I was away?
I made the mess. I should clean it up. Jay Easy, the snake story gives a whole new meaning to Green Acres.
It sure does, doesn't it?
Green Acres is the place to be. Country living. You remember that one?
To be. Yeah, I remember that one. Of course I do. Yeah.
Four Dog, quick question for a self-proclaimed cheap Charlie. I was looking at flight prices, and the price for the lay-down seats was almost double. Is it really worth it for a long flight from the States?
And here's my thoughts on it, Dog. I've got the business class bug. Once you go on it one time, and they gave me a free upgrade the very first time I went to business class. And I've been flying Emirates for a long time. And I remember turning up at the counter, and they said, Mr. Cooper? I said, yeah. And they said, you're in 21J? I said, yeah, that's what my online ticket says, 21J. Yeah, I chose that seat, window seat. I'm sorry, we double booked that seat. Automatically, red face comes on. Anger goes off in the head. And you're like, what? Like this. And he says, yeah, so we're going to have to put you into business class. And they do that intentionally to see your face. If anybody's ever had that happen to them, they do that intentionally just to see your face. And they give you a treat. You get to fly because they got extra seats in business class. They allow people on their air miles scheme every once in a while for a free upgrade. Yeah. And it was fantastic. You pushed a button, the seats went all the way flat. They had the massage function on there. You had the privacy screen that lifted up. They put a mattress on the bed, gave you a pillow, a blanket, and you could go to sleep. And I flew from London Heathrow all the way to Bangkok. That is a long 13-hour flight.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
But with Emirates, you break it up because it's only 6-hour flight from London to Dubai. Then you change planes. So you got like 2 hours in the airport, stretch your legs. Fantastic. And then you get the next flight, which is 7 hours.
Nice having a break.
So it's nice to have the break. And again, you could sleep through it. I used to get the red-eye flight, normally 10 o'clock at night to midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there. So I can just sleep on the flight. Yeah. And it was super, super fantastic. And because to me, economy seats are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, especially with the distance between your seat and the one in front of you. You literally have no leg room unless you're sitting next to the emergency exit. Then you get the longer leg room. But other than that, it's a struggle. And especially for somebody like me, I'm 6 foot tall, Brooke. The person in front of me, what do? They tilt their chair back. That's it. It's straight on my knees, and I'm in agony for the whole flight. And every 30 minutes, I'm getting up. I'm walking down the aisles to the toilets and back, trying to stretch my legs. And it's not very comfortable. And the older you get, the worse your legs get. Everybody knows that. So for me, I always fly business class now. Yeah.
Answering his question, almost double. I don't know if I'd want to pay double for that flight. I've done that flight from the States, by the way. Twice.
Business?
No. It's too much money. No. I don't even know. It might have been, I don't know what it was. More than double, possibly. But I think, your condition you're in, number one. So, you might need to do the business class. Secondly, how does that the savings you don't put out, maybe that's your monthly spending for an extra month. There's all these criteria. Yeah, however, if you've got a condition that you want to do that or need to do that, more importantly, if you've got the funds and it's not affecting your lifestyle, well, then why wouldn't you do it? It's I try and break up a flight. Like when I flew the first time, I actually took a layover in LA, Los Angeles, for a night.
And you flew from where?
Well, I flew from Tampa. So that was
Florida.
5.5 hours. So, that did take a lot off the flight. And then I had a direct flight from LA, so that helped. But yeah, anyways, and then the second time I did it from Canada, and I stopped over in Vancouver. So actually I broke both those flights up, believe it or not. I took a few more nights in Vancouver just to see family, but it's, it can be a long flight, but The only time I flew business class was on Cooper's urging from
Philippines to Thailand.
Philippines to Thailand, and to be honest, it's because he said, "Yeah, we go right through the fast track lane." You
And
know
we
what
did,
I mean?
didn't we?
And we were walking through the airport, and I still remember seeing the lineup. And hey, see, I was right. I told you it'd be like that. And we walk up to the fast track. There's nobody in line.
We're the only ones in
We're
line.
the only ones. We go through in like 2 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. So that was definitely worth it. And it wasn't that expensive because it was only a 3.5-hour flight.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it was like $100 more is all we paid
Yeah.
to fly from business class from the Philippines to Thailand.
check out, tell you what, the airlines, I was doing Skyscanner and it would show you the flights. And when I clicked on the information, it showed you the seat width in the description of the plane that you're flying on or looking at. So that was nice. And here's the funny thing. I saw seats with a 29-inch width, which would be small,
Ooh,
up to 34. So, that makes a huge difference on, what you're flying. So you can do all these little things to maybe, see whether it's worthwhile or not.
Yeah, checking the distance between the seats.
Yeah.
And the width of the seat, of course.
Yeah.
And we got no more questions. I can't believe it. That's it. We got 0 questions. Get your questions in. Brooke and I will have a couple sips of our coffee, and then we'll get continue on today's live stream.
Well, hell, they ain't got questions. I can tell you exactly what Bitcoin's doing.
How is it? Last I checked, it jumped $5,000 in price.
Ooh, 64,207.
Excellent. Look at that.
Believe it or not, it's still on sale.
Well, the Fed are. Did you see Powell's interview on TV today?
Yeah.
Well, actually today for us, but yesterday for the U.S. He said they're ready to start cutting interest rates.
Yeah. About time.
Yeah. So next month's going to be the first rate cut.
Yeah.
It's going to be a minimum of 25 basis points.
Yeah.
I'm leaning. I think it's going to be 50 basis points because we're getting close to the election. In the States, and the election is on November the 5th. And where he's going to be doing it in September. I'm thinking it's going to be 50 basis points, and he's probably going to cut it 1 or 2 more times before the year end.
25 and the economy's doing okay. If it's 50 or more, economy's hurting.
It is hurting.
Well, that's what it's going to do.
I mean, look at the price of eggs. Look at the price of milk, bread, and gasoline, rents, housing association fees, mortgages.
Crazy.
I mean, it is on fire at the moment, the economy in the U.S. They got to put the flames out.
Yeah.
And the only way they're going to do that is by lowering interest rates. Give people some breathing room. You lower the interest rates, okay, that's going to put the gas prices down. That'll help people bring their mortgage payments down. And, companies will start hiring again because the jobs figure was a lot worse than what they thought it was going to be.
Oh, well, the revision was 800,000.
I know.
How can you be out
exactly
800,000 more unemployed than was originally figured?
Exactly. How can you be that far out?
Well, you can't believe these statistics.
They were hiding it. They were hiding it.
Either it's incompetence.
Powell was hiding it. Yeah, he didn't want it to know out.
And either way, there
to
needs
stave
to be a
off
reckoning.
a reception. He was hiding it.
But I don't worry because I live in Thailand.
No. But we do worry about Bitcoin.
Okay, Jack Breeze, Skyscammer and Scamtrax live up to their nickname.
Skyscammer now.
It's funny. You don't book through Skyscammer, Jack. It kind of is an aggregator of the information. And then, you decide where you want to go to book the ticket. But it's handy. I've used it many times. And it works for me. But
yeah.
Scamtrax, I don't know what that one is.
No, I don't know that one.
Matt Smith, say someone is in the 80s at old folks' home in Thailand. How would that work with immigration?
Because they would report for you.
Yeah.
They would do your 90-day report for you because if you're in an old folks' home, same would come up to you and get your passport and go do your 90-day report. But you can do it online also. And they are working on improving the online system. And they're saying now by the end of the year, everybody should be able to do it.
Yeah.
So super plus there. Let's see if that happens. They're doing, I think they're at version 2.4 and they're going to upgrade the system to 2.5. And that'll change a lot of the glitches with the online registration for your 90-day reporting.
Yeah. And just
That was the latest I heard. And that was like Thursday, a couple of days ago. I heard about that.
for you guys that aren't here yet, it's been absolutely ideal weather
Oh, it's been fantastic.
this time of year. And, we're doing the swimming pretty well every day. And it's absolutely beautiful in the pools.
Oh, yeah. Super cool.
And a lot of the guys, especially the new guys, oh, these pools are beautiful here. Yeah, they are, guys. So, yep. Get over here. URS. Talking about the fast track in Bangkok, can you recommend a company? Heard that there are many fake links.
Well, I know Sync does it for the fast track.
Who does?
Sing.
Okay.
He's got a friend that works in immigration at Swanepoel Airport, and he's always told me, Cooper, you ever have any problems going through passport control in Swanepoel, you call me.
Okay,
I know
that's
one
good
of the
to
top
know.
dogs there.
Yeah.
So he said I can sort it out, no problem.
Good.
So that's handy to know. And I know he was able, I think it was like 2,000 baht, $70.
Hey,
you could pay for the fast track service.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still going on. I need to speak to Singh, but unfortunately he's not here this weekend. So I'll speak to him on Monday and get an update, and I'll let you all know on Wednesday's live stream about that, whether they're still doing that side of it.
Heath McDaniel, yeah, it sucks on prices here.
It does. Everything's through
Inflation,
the roof.
Yeah.
Eggs, milk, beef, toilet paper is through the roof.
Canada's gone crazy too.
Up in their prices for toilet paper. Buddy mine in Utah paid $30 for 12 rolls of toilet paper at Costco.
Oh, yeah. In
Utah. That is freaking expensive, man. We're paying $2.80 for the same toilet paper here.
Yeah.
Andrex toilet paper. We're paying $2.80 for 12 rolls. Huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
We were talking in the pool today,
it's like not Andrex, Charmin. Sorry, Charmin.
Oh, okay. In the paper. Well, this had to do with say, going out for a beer at night. They went out last night, a couple of guys, and I think the beer is like $2 to $3. And he says back home, and he's from Australia, he said you'd be $12, $13, Australian for that, right? And then the meal, he says, yeah, you'd be like $25 for a burger. Like crazy. Yeah. So
crazy prices.
Definitely better value here. Mike, it's driving folks to Southeast Asia.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. All the economies are in debt up to their eyeballs. All the Western-speaking, English-speaking economies are super high in debt, and they're struggling to get out of it.
Yeah.
I think Australia is New Zealand's the least with their debt.
Right.
But America's, 34 trillion now in debt?
Yeah.
Coming up to 35.
It's not so much the dollar total. Typically, it's the percentage, and it's over 100% of GDP, gross domestic product. I think it's 160%. So when your interest payments become the biggest expense on your expenditures, bigger than defense, and then you get trouble. So
exactly.
Alfa Romeo, I really appreciate the fast track Thai immigration when arriving and departing during high season.
Yes.
Good point. The officer opened my passport, stamped me in, didn't even look at me to confirm the picture was me.
It's super quick.
Yeah.
Because they got the camera and they scan you and they know it's you.
I think
you can see all the times you're coming in and out.
I think they know who's actually coming in the plane.
Yeah.
So, they've already got the work probably done, but
exactly.
Alpha flies a lot, so he'd know. Jerry Hard, hello, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke. Late to join in tonight, but hope all are doing fine. Yes,
and we are. Thank you, Jerry. How you doing, brother?
Market Focus. I just did my 90-day report online. Any suggestions on where to print my paperwork so I can put the confirmation in my passport? That's a good question.
Take a screenshot is all I ever do.
Yeah, there you go.
I just take a screenshot, on things like that. For example, our airplane that we're flying on Emirates with in 10 days time.
Yeah.
I just took a screenshot of it. When I get to the airport, I give them my passport. They already know I booked, because you got to put your passport details in, your name, your passport number, date of birth, all that. And then I just show them the screenshot. So here you go. I rarely print anything out anymore.
No. I suppose you could do it at one of those copier places by the immigration, but that's why you're not going to immigration. So you're doing it online. But I'm positive they'd be tied in at the immigration if you try to leave the country, for example. they'll know that you checked in.
Yeah.
You know, and immigration, if you did do a 90-day report the following 90 days, they'd know it'd be on file there. So they must be tied in with the online reporting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They
you
would.
might not need that. Coop's right. Alpha Mail simply waved me in. Total time was less than 2 minutes.
That is super quick.
Yep.
At immigration. And hang on, my channel moderator is talking to me. There's printing and copy shop outside our condo as well,
Okay.
by the massage place.
All right. Yeah.
So there you go, market folks. We do have printing there as well. And there's also printers outside immigration, and they'll do pictures for you, print documents, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Stuart H. Hi, guys. I'm pretty sure the fast track is for 70-year-olds.
So Brooke gets to go in.
Not you, Cooper, me.
That's all right.
Rick Moat, I'm coming over in October and booked my flight yesterday from Panama City Beach to Bangkok in business class all the way. Money well spent.
It's a fantastic experience. If
Be
you've
interested,
never
Rick,
tried it,
how much that
you'll love
ticket
it.
was, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it was return or one way.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Who with? What airline?
Yeah. Thai Airways is good if you're doing Thai Airways.
Thai Airways is fantastic.
Yeah,
I
they
love
are.
Thai Airways. Yeah.
Jack Bree, Skyscanner and Sky Travel get paid by major airlines for ratings.
Ah,
Yeah.
and he says Skytrax.
Jack, I don't really look at them for the ratings. I do more for, hey, when's the flight leave? When's the arrival? How long is the flight? I'm looking for certain other information that Skyscanner does have, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, shortest flight, you know.
And did they give you the information on Skyscanner about the seat size and the leg room and all that?
Well, so first thing I do is Skyscanner, where I'm going.
I've never used them. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, you know, you plug in the date. So
Right.
it'll give you all the airlines that do that trip
Right.
on that date.
Right.
And obviously there's different times during the day, you know, so you say, well, geez, that's 17 hours. Oh, that one's only 12 hours. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? You're kind of looking, and you can filter it for, you want shorter flights or whatever, no layovers. You can plug all that in, right?
Right.
To narrow
Direct
it.
flights and everything. Yeah.
So anyways, I'll find out, say the day, oh, geez, there's about 2 or 3 here I like. Then you can kind of get into that and see what the plane is and the size of the seat. And yeah, so, you know, that information's available. So,
Okay, great.
yeah. Good to know.
Fantastic.
Africa Islam, I paid 98 euros for a fast track service trolley, and I'm already flying business class. They just sent me a message. No changes. You will have fast track. Oh, that's good.
Well, that's fantastic. So he paid 98 euros for the fast track service.
Yeah.
And he's flying business class. But before Africa, what they did is if you flew business or first class, you automatically could avail the fast track service. So it looks like with Africa, because he's flying over here the week after next, on the 2nd of September, he'll be here. So he paid an additional amount on top of his business class ticket, 98 euros, to utilize the fast track service.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's what they're
Well,
doing.
Herman does that too. You know, Herman from Denmark.
Does he pay to use the fast track service?
He does. Yeah.
Okay.
He says worth every penny. So. Heath McDaniel, why I switched to the bum gun here with soap and towel.
What's that got to do with
snakes?
Oh, snakes.
Snakes.
We use the bum gun to flush down.
I
Keep
guess.
the snakes away.
Gene, I only drink craft beers in the U.S. $3 a pint at happy hour and $6.50 to 8 outside. Well, that's a good deal for happy hour.
Happy hour?
Yeah, in the States, he wants to pay that. Normally $6.50 to 8 if you're not in happy hour. It's more than double.
So what's that? $3.90 baht. We're normally paying 60 baht a beer here.
Yeah.
So $2, under $2.
Yeah.
About $1.80.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's normal price, that's not happy hour price. Happy hour
No,
is
that's
even
normal.
less than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. New Wave, it's not just debt. They are raising taxes stealthily so that it will not be noticeable at first.
Yes.
Correctamundo.
And then they're talking about capital gains tax on potential earnings. So if you're in the stock market and you bought shares, unrealized potential, they're calling it.
Yeah.
So you buy the shares and you think, oh, I know this company is going to be great. I believe in Elon Musk. I think he's going to fly men to the moon, whoever it is that you believe in. And you say buy, I don't know, 100 shares for $20,000 US dollars. Let's say that's the price for 100 shares. And you want to hold on to it for 5 years and then sell it and make a nice profit because he's building robots, he's doing all sorts of technical marvels with the chips in the brain to make everybody more smarter and cure diabetes and all this stuff he's doing. And you believe in him and you buy his shares. Well, you think you're going to hold on to them for 5 years and then sell them and then pay your tax on your gains that you make. Well, they're going to tax you every year because even though you haven't sold them, because of the potential for the gain that you have made. So if you then sell it in 5 years and you lost money, say the price went down to 18,000 for 100 shares, how's that going to work? Are you going to get a tax refund?
Yeah. You'd get a credit on the loss. So, I mean, it's such a stupid idea.
Unrealized potential.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, take it one step further. Your house just went up in value. It's doubled in the last 10 years. They're going to tax you on that. When you look at all the stupid ideas, but what's causing this? Here's what's causing it.
Debt.
They are printing money like there's no tomorrow.
Yes.
And with these dropping interest rates, you're going to see the printing presses start to really get fired up, guys. So the debt's going to skyrocket even more, which means Bitcoin's what you want to be in. It's going to protect your buying power going forward because
it's a hedge against inflation.
Well, the fiat money they're printing is going to be worthless. And so what are they going to do to counteract all this inflation, which will be coming back? They're going to they're going to find ways to raise the money.
They got to tax more.
And that's the stupid ideas that they'll come up with to raise that extra money.
Yeah. Just think about it, guys and girls. When you had $100 10 years ago, what could you buy for $100 at the grocery store? Now, what can you buy for the same $100 at the same grocery store? And there's your inflation. 10 years ago, Bitcoin was a couple of dollars a coin. 10 years later, it's at 64,000.
Yeah.
That's why we got into it.
Here's what I heard this week that struck me.
What's that?
And this is something, everyone should stop and think about. We work 30 to 40 years, 25 to 40 years of our life. So we're putting in,
half our life,
50 to 80,000 hours of hard work to forge a retirement for ourselves. And yet most people won't spend 100 hours studying how to keep that. All the hard-earned gains you put in those tens of thousands of hours to make. Why not spend 100 hours, do some research, and find out how to keep all you've made? And, when I heard that, I thought, Jesus, that's pretty damn good advice.
Yeah.
Now we probably spent way more than 100 hours doing our research.
Oh, yeah, so, definitely.
That's, it's worthwhile, guys. Gordon Dickey, good day, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke. How hard is it for the newbie to get a driver's license and motorcycle license? What are the steps?
Okay, well, first, if you got a motorcycle license and or car license in your home country, get an international license before you come here. Helps. It makes the process a lot easier and a lot quicker. And you can get your license straight on the same day. You'd have to do the same little exercises I had to do. The best thing to do is go see an agent first. They know the paperwork that you need to do. And you actually need a medical certificate for each license. The agent does that for you.
Yeah.
You never even go see a doctor. Tony Montana told me he did it by himself and he found out the hard way. He's got to go get a medical certificate. So he had to go to a clinic, go get checked over by the doctor, pay for a medical certificate, then go back again. Whereas with the agents, they do all that for you. You never even see a doctor.
No,
so
they've got all this form stamped already.
Yeah,
they just fill in your name.
Exactly. And no, it's just super, super easy to get your license if you've already got one. If you don't have one, you can still get a license here. You can go to the local Thai driving authority, and there's driving schools there, and you can get your car license or your motorbike license real easy and less than a week. less than a week, and you don't not driving it out on the main road, folks. They have their own little test track on site.
And it's good for 2 years, the first one.
The first one's 2 years, and then providing you don't have any problems,
Yeah,
they'll renew it for further 5 years.
further 5. So my renewal will be coming up next May.
Yes.
And then I'll be getting a 5-year, guys. So that's pretty
And then when you renew that, you'll get another 5 years.
Well, that's nice. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely get the international. That helps. I didn't have it, and I got that ticket, the first 2 weeks I was here. But and if you don't have a motorcycle license coming in the country and you've never driven a bike, I would almost strongly suggest don't get a bike here, because it is different driving on a bike. If you don't have any experience, is my point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Market Focus, thanks for the info.
And thank you, Market Focus.
Jeffrey Spivey, the price in the U.S. are out of control. I just paid $13 for a 6-inch sub, chips, and small drink. That's Subway, I'll bet. In Thailand, that's 3 or 4 normal meals, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's getting nuts, isn't it?
Exactly. It's crazy prices.
Yeah.
California is $20 for a damn Big Mac meal now.
Yeah.
$20 for a Big Mac meal. I get the same one here for $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
75% cheaper.
No, I think whoever commented about Southeast Asia as the new retirement capital are absolutely right.
Yes.
You're not going to see the ultra rich here, guys. You're not going to see the ultra poor. It's going to be the middle class coming, because they're getting chewed out back home.
Exactly.
El Romeo just booked flights from Canada to Europe during off season. Price is still crazy expensive. Double checked the price the next day, and it had increased 6,000. Now he flies business.
Yes,
but
he does.
Still, I think there was, that's for 2 tickets, or maybe it's return or something. But yeah, just crazy price.
Yeah,
he's got a good agent. The agent told him book it for sure. It's going up, and he was right.
Well, the company he works for buys some business class tickets all over the world. So
it's his company.
He's a major shareholder in it. Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. Jack Bree, Seat Guru is best airline seat, plane, etc. Oh, that's good to know. Seat Guru. I didn't know that. I'm going to make a note of that.
Seat Guru website.
Yeah. That sounds like it's a good one.
Thanks for that, Jack Bree. Much appreciated. Heath McDaniel says $30 for toilet paper. Yes, $30 to wipe your backside. That is a waste of money, if I ever heard one. And that's what my good buddy Prentice tells me. He lives in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the Costco up there, that's what they're charging. $30 for 12 rolls of toilet paper at Costco. Now, Costco's supposed to be one of the wholesalers. They're supposed to be the cheap ones, a way to buy in bulk and save money. And they're charging $30.
At least they have it. Yeah. I remember during COVID,
we couldn't get toilet paper, could we? Everywhere was run out.
Oh my God. Yeah. You think about it, if you got toilet paper, man, that's going to be tough. But yeah. Poor dog. My wife gets mad every time we go out to eat, and the first words out of my mouth is, this would only be $200 baht instead of $35 US.
Exactly, $6 instead of 35. Huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference. I think he's trying to drop the subtle hint. Babe, we need to go to Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Alfa Romeo, taxed unrealized gains. Yeah,
yes, that's what they're saying right now.
It's thrown about in the States as a potential revenue source. So, good luck.
That's going to hurt a lot of investors.
Well, I don't think it'll ever come through. Keith McDaniel, $1 is only worth about 82 cents now.
Compared to 10 years ago?
No, that's probably compared to a year and a half.
Because I was going to say it'd be a heck of a lot less than today than what it was 10 years ago.
Well, you figure inflation 10%. What is it? A year ago it was 10%. That means you lose 10% of your buying power.
Correct.
So if your dollar now buys 90 cents, that's only in 1 year. So give it a year and a half, he's probably down 82. Yeah. Eddie Rojo, we need monetary reform. Who knows, Eddie? I think the problem is most countries don't have a revenue problem. They have a spending problem.
Yes.
Until they get that under control, which I don't think they can do. Yeah. However, Bitcoin will correct that.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely believe that.
Name Muhammad. Greetings, Coop. Sean emails keep kicking back. Planning September, October arrival. Please respond to my email when possible. Thank you.
Okay, send it to me, and I will make sure and forward it back to him. Maybe you've got one of those emails and it pops up in spam.
Could be.
Because it looks like it's coming from a company or a spam mail. A lot of people have the spam protection on their emails. So send it to me and I'll be more than happy to make sure he gets it.
Rick Mode, I will be coming over for 3 weeks, leaving Panama City Beach on American Airlines and changing over to Japan Airlines for the final destination of Bangkok. Hope to see you all then. Yeah, well, 3 weeks is good time, Rick. You'll get your feet wet.
Yeah, American Airlines, they're not a bad airlines. I've flown with them many times. Yeah, no problem there. And a shout out to Al and Joanne from Montreal, who bought us 3 coffees and says, keep up the great work from Al and Joanne. God bless you all. Thank you so much, Al and Joanne, for the 3 coffees. Highly appreciated. Pays for the gas money to get around and make all these fantastic videos for you.
Mike, $20 for an international license at AAA. I did it.
Yeah, that's the best way to get international license in the U.S. Contact AAA. Yeah, they can get you the international license, $20.
Yep.
And because Thailand recognizes the international license, folks. So when you come out here with that international license, and you're stopped for the police for driving a motorbike or a car, because they do have random police checks out
that's
here.
what I got caught in.
The only thing they want to see is your license.
Yep.
That's it. And if you're on a motorbike, make sure you're wearing a helmet.
Yep.
Once they see your license and you're, qualified to drive that vehicle, okay, thank you. Away you go.
Well, yeah.
And also, it makes it so much easier renewing your getting a Thai license, because if you have the international license, you can do what I did, the same like I did for my renewal. You do those few exercises and they give you the license then and there. If you only have your home license and it's not international, you've got to then watch the 2-hour video, and there's a lot more in depth that you got to do. And I think it took you had to go over, what was it, 2-3 days to get your license process?
I had to go twice.
Twice.
And it was more than a few days in between. And, and even the second time, I mean, the agent delivered the license back to me. Yeah. So it wasn't even ready the second time I was in there, but there was still a reason I had to go, I guess, picture and whatever. Yeah, it definitely is. So, and this funny thing is, I did an international driver's license when I flew to the Philippines. Never had a need to use it, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, well, then I obviously went back and we were going to Thailand. And I said, I don't think I need another international. Well, sure enough, I get stopped 2 weeks here, guys. And I think, well, I got my Ontario license. So there you go. Hey, I'm good here. Oh, no, I didn't wear shit around here.
No, it's got to be international.
Cost me $30. I should have paid 20 for the international. Would have been
AAA, you would have saved yourself $10.
Yep.
There you go. You would have saved yourself a fine altogether.
Yeah.
You would have saved yourself $30.
Absolutely.
So, get one.
Live and learn.
My advice.
Yeah, get one. It's good. Trucker Dude, hello, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. Greetings from an over-the-road trucker. Love your channel and live streams. Can't wait to join you in Thailand. Yeah, you'll love it here.
And salute you, Trucker Dude. I am also a over-the-road trucker. I did it for many years in the States, doing east to west coast for Amtrak. I was a union worker, so I worked for Amtrak, and I was carrying the containers east to west coast. Absolutely loved it, being an over-road trucker.
Over-the-hill trucker, were you?
Over the road. I was gone 3 months at a time. 3 months at a time. I'd come home for 2 weeks and then 3 months out again.
Wow.
And I loved it.
Jesus.
And I stayed with my mom and dad for the 2 weeks. So I didn't have an apartment. I didn't have a house to pay for. And I was just saving every penny. And because I had a plan. I had a plan. I wanted to save my money. I wanted to be able to buy a new car. I wanted a bike. I wanted to travel a bit and things like that. So I thought, I'm going to do 2 years over road trucker. And I did.
Good for you.
But the 2 years became 30 years.
30 years.
So because I actually enjoyed the job.
Yeah.
I did. I enjoyed the fantastic people I met. I enjoyed the truck stops. Flying J, my favorite truck stop in the West. TA, another good truck stop. Enjoyed that one too. Got my 1,000,000-mile medallion. Still have that to this day. It's in the spare bedroom. My 1,000,000-mile medallion. So yeah, fantastic time. I enjoyed it.
You'd have
met
to do
so many great people.
Miles for 20 years to get that. That's a
sir,
lot of miles. Wowzer.
Well, I had 3 logbooks back in the day. So that's all I'll say on that subject.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yep.
Dennis L. Hey,
Hey,
guys,
Dennis.
there's Dennis. Do you need a residence certificate for every purchase you make? Example, car and motorbike.
Yes,
I
for
think you
car,
do.
motorbike, you do need a residence certificate. Very easy to do. All you need to do is get a couple passport photos and then get a receipt for what it is you're buying. So you
Yeah.
don't need it to buy it, Dennis. You need it after you bought it. Okay. So they can get you the white license plate. All right. Because initially they're going to give you a red license plate for 3 months,
Yeah.
up to 3 months. It normally takes about 40, 45 days and you get your white plate. But in order to get your white plate, they have to have the residence certificate. So
Right.
the quicker you give them the residence certificate, the quicker that you get your white plate. Because on a red plate, you can't drive after 6 o'clock at night till 6 a.m. in the
Which I
morning.
didn't know, but no,
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
actually
And
on the
that's true.
driver's test. If you took
Okay.
the Thai driver's test, it's actually one of the questions on there. What are the restrictions for driving with a red license plate in Thailand? And
Okay.
it's multiple choice questions, and you cannot drive from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m., sundown to sun up.
Yeah.
So what you do is you get a couple passport photos, go down to immigration office or where the 90-day report section is, go up to counter number 9. It's down the end on the left, and go see the girls over there, and they can hook you up with one that costs 500 baht, 15 US dollars each. So if you wanted to get a bike and a car, you'd need 2 of them. So $30. And basically, there's a form that they put with your passport photo on there. You need to give them 3 passport photos for each residence certificate that you want. So if you wanted one for motorbike, one for car, then you would need 6 passport photos.
I just
And
gave.
it's
I
that
just
simple.
Sing did it all for me.
You can get Sing to do it. I did it
Yeah.
myself. Went down there. I paid them the 500 baht, and they said, "Come back in the afternoon." I went back in the afternoon. It's ready to pick up. I went to Ford. I gave it to Ford, and now I'm just waiting for my white license plate. Should be here sometime this week.
Hmm.
So super plus there. So it would have took 5 weeks then.
That's quick. You got that.
Yeah, because I know the program. I know
Yeah.
that the day I bought it, the car, I took the sales receipt, went straight to immigration, got the resident certificate, went back in the afternoon. Here you go, Ford. Now apply for my white plate,
Done.
please. And I get it super quick.
With my bike one, I think you told me, it's
Mhm.
getting near 3 months. Oh yeah. So I actually just was in the area, stopped in. Yeah, sure enough, they had the white plate.
Yeah.
And they put it right on my bike for me. So,
Now,
which was nice of them.
I saw Dennis and his lovely wife 2 days ago. Sean and I were going out filming,
Oh yeah.
and he happened to be at one of the locations I was filming. There was a cafe right outside, and he's looking at me through the window. Hey,
Hey,
Cooper!
Cooper.
And so I just gave him the thumbs
We
up,
met
showed him the
Dennis in
camera, say, "Hey, I'm filming."
at the meet and
And
greet. He
yeah,
was there.
yeah. So yeah, he's seen me out and about filming as well.
Good.
Great guy.
Small world.
Yeah.
Yep. Linda Blazin, when I figure out how to get there, I'll be there for a month. Figuring out where to stay, I will email you later for suggestions. How do you send the coffee?
Right here, Glenda, you see that QR code? All you do is just take your cell phone camera, you put it over there, and it'll take you straight to the website. You can, which is our website. You can choose if you buy us 1 coffee or 10 coffees. Completely up to you. You don't have one on your side.
No,
Greg.
I'm just
It's only
pointing
here
at
on
yours.
my side, and that's how you do it. It's real easy, and we don't get 40% tax like we do with YouTube.
Yeah. It's 100% to the channel instead
Yeah.
of YouTube grabbing 40. Henzo Steele, good evening, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke. Nice meeting you and some subscribers at Fraser's. Looking forward to the next meetup, which will be the 4th Tuesday in
Of September. Yeah, and we will be back from the cruise by then.
at Fraser's.
At Fraser's,
Yeah.
6 p.m. and we'll be looking forward
6
to it.
p.m. Nice. Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah. Now there's only 2 live streams left before we go on vacation. So the first one, the next live stream after today is going to be Wednesday, and then next Saturday, because the Tuesday after we fly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's not going to be any live streams, but we are working our butt off. Me and Darlene are filming as many as we can videos between now and then. So while we're away on the cruise ship, you guys still got content to watch
Good.
and help support the channel.
Well, there you go.
So I've done 2 walk and talks already, and we got like 10 videos in front. Me and Sean are going out all day Monday and Tuesday and making more videos. And yeah, there's a lot of great stuff coming out
Aren't
on
you
the
a
channel.
trooper?
trying to help everybody out.
There you go.
Yeah, because YouTube's kind of funny. If you go away on vacation and you don't put anything on the channel for 2 weeks, they start to unsubscribe people from your channel.
No kidding.
Yes, they will. They do it.
Oh
It's funny how they do it. The analytics is a real funny system, and you've got to keep pumping into it regularly, because if you don't, they don't promote your videos. So when you come back after the 2 weeks and you put a new video up, people don't see it. Your regulars that watch your channel don't see it. It doesn't pop up on their TV screen or their cell phones. They've actually got to go to the channel and search. And people said to me in the past, because when we went on our honeymoon in December, I had one of my subscribers say to me, "Hey, Coop, I've been subscribed to your channel for like 6 months, and all of a sudden it's told me today I'm not subscribed. Why is that?" It was on a live stream. I said, "Well, because we were gone for 2 weeks."
Wow.
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked.
Exactly. And we have another shout out to give, and that one goes to, come on, pop up on my phone, Mr. Felix, who bought us 3 coffees and says hello. And thank you for all your hard work showing us all this lovely properties and for building a real community around the channel, which actually, oh my God, it's a long comment, which actually meets on a regular basis. Thank you, Felix, for that. Much appreciated. There you go. I got to read out that comment there. So shout out to Felix. Thank you, brother, for the 3 coffees. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Felix. Heath McDaniel used to like the TA in Lake Station, Indiana. No longer a restaurant anymore.
Ah, shame. Yeah, I like TA. TA truck stops were fantastic. They treat the truckers great. The breakfast was good. The showers were hot, and the coffee was unlimited.
Oh, that's
so
a good deal.
Super plus there, because we'd fill up with diesel there, and we get the points. And with the points, you get like free showers. You get, if you're parking overnight, then you get breakfast as well included. So a lot of bonuses for the truck drivers and a lot of incentives for us to go there and fill up, because we collect the points, and with points, you get prizes.
Sure.
You could get a carpet for your truck, pillows, blankets, little fluffy things, to hang down for the mirrors, some dice that hangs down for the mirrors that smell nice, all sorts of things, towels, shaving gear. You can get an electric razor with so many. If you get like 280 points, you can get an electric razor and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was fantastic. Now, it was actually 2,000 points, but when you're filling up a truck, that takes 300 gallons, on each tank, and you've got 2 tanks, those points add up quick when you get a point per gallon.
Dingle balls along the windows?
Oh, I didn't go that far.
Oh, you didn't go that far?
Nah. That would have drove me crazy.
Yeah. Enzo Steele, Darlene, sorry.
Darlene, sorry for what? What did I miss there?
Maybe missed.
Oh, he missed Darlene out. He put darken. Yeah, I got it there.
Mike, guys, thoughts on Bank Surrey as a place to live? How far is it from Jomtien?
30 minutes. That's all it is.
Maybe not even, but
we got about 10 subscribers living down there now.
They love it.
And they absolutely love it. Wendy and the gang are down there. They love it. It is a quiet fishing village. You're not going to have a lot to do. It's got a nice beach and some great seafood restaurants. But the great thing is you can walk everywhere, because it's only a small town on the beach.
Quieter, too.
It's quieter as well.
And if you're looking for that, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people that have lived there and then decide to come back. It was maybe a little too quiet, but there's way more that have gone there and love it.
Exactly.
So, you'll be happy if you decide. Dennis L., they told me with the red plate I couldn't leave the country, but I'll keep in mind about driving from dusk till dawn.
No, you can't leave the country with the red plate. You can't drive into Malaysia or Vietnam or Laos, because it's only a temporary plate. So you can't. The reason for the red plate,
meaning you can't take the vehicle out of the country. Yeah,
until you get your
fly.
Plate.
You can fly anywhere and come back to the. Yeah, you're okay.
But you just can't take the vehicle out of the country.
Yeah, to be clear. Hansel Steele, double check the Charmin toilet paper at Costco, $31 for 32 rolls, not 12. That sounds more like it.
Nope, it was actually 12. Darlene asked him and said, you must have been talking about the multi-pack, the one with like 35, 40 rolls in it. No, 12.
Oh, wow. Well, that is.
And Hansel, that is the one at the Costco, in Salt Lake City, Utah. So if you're looking at it online at the Costco store, have a look at the Utah one.
Dave Geyser, hey guys, great to meet you last Tuesday.
Yeah, at our meet and
greet.
Yep. Great to meet you too, Dave. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Dennis L., I almost didn't recognize Sean because he had on different pants.
Yeah, Sean was out filming with us, and he told me it was a funny story. He says, Coop, while I was waiting for you to get here, I was in the cafe, and I got this message pop up on my phone on WhatsApp. It said, hey, Sean, how was your breakfast? Sean thought it was a bit weird to get a message like that in the morning, so he sort of replied, well, I haven't had my breakfast yet. And next thing you know, another message comes up. Well, it looks like you're enjoying your coffee. And then Sean sort of turns, who the heck is sending me this message? And Dennis was waving from the table opposite. Hey, sort of pranked him there.
Pranked him.
Yeah.
Jack Bree, interstate driver for 27 years, local 19 years. Won't miss truck license when I get to Thailand.
No, I don't miss it anymore.
No.
I did love it then, but the rules have gotten so much tighter now. You got the digital card readers on there. You don't do the analog books anymore, which I miss. That back then you could literally drive, for 24 hours and not have a problem. You just write a different thing on the book, and you hide the other two so the police don't find you. And you were getting paid fantastic money per mile. Now it's just too regulated, and you got a box on your dash that pops up and tells you got to stop at a weighbridge and checkpoints, and you got sliding rear axles. I don't like all that.
No.
To me, I enjoyed the old days when it was actually fun to be a trucker.
Well, Richard retired here. He's from the States, Alabama, and tip driver. And he said, Jesus, he says, he lost a lot of his health. Well, his health deteriorated because wasn't able to exercise every day.
Yeah.
Just go, or hop in the back to sleep.
Because he never did any of his loading or unloading. It was always done for him.
I guess.
All he did was literally change trailers, get back in the truck, and keep driving.
Yeah.
So you're not getting any physical exercise if you're just sitting behind the wheel all the time. Your body's going to deteriorate. Me, I actually loved jumping on the back and doing the unloading and loading.
Okay, you were helping out.
Oh, I was doing it because it got me in and out the quicker. Yeah. The quicker I'm in and out, the quicker I'm start earning more money. Because if you're sitting there for 6-7 hours waiting for a forklift driver and you got a forklift license and there's a forklift sitting there, I go up to him and say, hey, I've got my forklift certificate here. You want me to unload it for you? I see you're kind of busy. Where would you like me to put it? Oh, do you mind, driver? No, not at all. Okay, yeah. Can you just put it in door C for us? We'll open the gate so you can pull in. And I'd be in there, have the truck empty in 30 minutes. Say, here you go. Here's your paperwork. Sign here. Out. Gone. On the road earning money.
Yep. No, it's good profession. New Wave, kindly press the like and subscribe buttons. Make Darlene smile.
Oh, free, of course. Yeah, it doesn't cost you a penny. And right now we're currently at 1,400 subscribers on our Facebook group.
Okay.
And to join the Facebook group, all you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, because the very first question to join the group is, what's your YouTube name? So we can verify that you are indeed a subscriber. Once you're a subscriber, you're eligible to join the Facebook group. Both are free. We have over 250 subscribers here on our Facebook group. Boots on the ground, living in Thailand now, that we've helped personally get here. And they are loving it, and they can help answer your questions. And there's a live chat in there as well.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. That seems pretty easy to me.
And agree to the admin rules, which is basically be polite.
Wow.
No arguing, no cussing.
Sounds like a no-brainer.
Yeah, just be polite is all we ask. And you'll find that we have a great group of people on there.
Yeah, there is. Robert R. in SLC, Costco Ultra Soft 30 roll, $27.49, Ultra Strong $29.99. Get the Ultra
$30. Yeah. Super expensive for toilet paper.
Stuart H. Bitcoin. Do you have to buy in your home country?
No, you can buy anywhere in the world. You can buy through the ETFs in the US on the New York Stock Exchange. You can buy through Coinbase anywhere in the world. There are several outlets that you can buy Bitcoin on. Here in Thailand, it's called BitCub. You download an app, it's called BitCub, and you can tie it to your Thai bank account and buy it direct, and transfer your funds from your Thai bank account into BitCub and buy Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, Dogecoin, all those are available here to buy in Thailand. I think there's actually over 1,000 different cryptocurrencies you can buy here in Thailand.
Now Russia is just looking at authorizing 2 exchanges to trade crypto on, Bitcoin obviously being a big part. And China has banned Bitcoin twice, guys, and is now looking at instituting their own exchange to trade crypto, meaning Bitcoin on. So you can pretty well buy Bitcoin anywhere in any country on the planet, and you can self-custody, meaning you'll hold the keys, and nobody's going to grab that off you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a shout out to Naim Muhammad, who bought us 10 coffees. It says, I've been following since Iced Tea episode. You are the best. Planning arrival October 24. Like the dark side for house rentals. Disabled Army vet. Thank you and salute you there, brother. Here he says, salute to you for all your hard work. It really helps. Thank you. And thank you, Naim, for that. And thank you for your service. And thank you for the coffees. And we would love to meet you. And I had a subscriber that came down to the pool, just arrived, and he brought me that new vape. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He said that he joined my channel when he saw the same video, which was the one with Iced Tea.
Right.
And he says, Coop, you don't realize what Iced Tea did there. I said, what are you talking about? He says, Iced Tea basically endorsed you and said, you're cool. You're not a racist.
Yeah.
He says, you're big in the Black community in America now because of that.
Good.
He says, Black people, we could see the hidden message that he was telling us. He says, you as a white person would never see it.
Right.
He says, but basically he was telling us, you're the real deal.
You're a real deal.
You're a cool brother, and you love everybody, and everybody should love you too. He said, that was a huge endorsement. He says, when Ice-T did that, he says, this brother's okay. I've got to subscribe to his channel.
Well, I can tell you guys, it's happened.
Fantastic.
It's happened many times. True story here. We'll be somewhere. And the latest, I think it's twice in the last week, just in the pool, and people go walking over the bridge, look down, hey, I'm here because of you. Like this, eh? Like, didn't check anything else. They came here, actually staying and dusted a couple of them, and it's because of your channel. And you made it so easy for people to say, hey, I'm not happy where I am. Where should I go? What can I do? And having a community like ours in Cooperville's here makes it so much easier on everybody to transition, let's say, into retirement. So yeah, God, hats off to you.
Thank you, and hats off to you too. I couldn't have done it without you. You've been an excellent help.
Oh, it's not good friend. Kiss ass and too much. Come on, Jesus. Jeffrey Spivey, is it true they are changing the name of Walking Street and trying to make it more family friendly?
I don't know.
I don't. Well, I've never heard that.
It still says Walking Street in Pattaya.
Yeah,
they did take the sign down, but then they put up an LED sign.
Oh, Walking Street.
Yeah,
yeah. So it's still up.
Yeah, it's still there. I have no idea.
I think it's a bit of a draw, so I don't know if they would change that. Robert R. Yes, that is Charmin at Costco.
Yeah, that's the one that Prentice was telling us about.
On the toilet paper. Joe Ford, driverless trucks, the future, coming soon. That I do agree with.
I don't know.
Well, not totally, but there'll be enough, demand for a driverless truck. Maybe it's short haul, local city.
I think that would be incredibly hard because I'll tell you what, truck driving is a skill that not everybody can do. It is an art to driving a truck. You think you're 50-foot long, Brooke, from front to end, and you're going around roads that you could barely get a bicycle down there, and you're driving a 50-foot truck.
Well, let's just say that a robot can drive a vehicle better than anyone.
And Tesla maybe, and a Cybertruck maybe, but I don't see.
Well, you know that the average person has
and it's articulated
300,000 miles, I think it is, and with the new AI and the Teslas, it's every million miles, and they're going to get that even higher, like probably every 2 or 5 or 10 million miles. So the governments will actually make it mandatory to use driverless vehicles.
Who knows? Maybe in
because
the future.
It's safer.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyways, time will tell. Interesting times we live in. El Romeo, gents, how's the vibe in Jomtien Patio this time of the year? Busy traffic flow? Not really. Hotels? I don't think they're too busy. Beginning to increase or declining?
This time of year,
I don't see it
quiet.
increasing. Yeah.
Darlene and I were at the beach today, so it's Saturday today. Okay. Normally, when you see the beaches packed, we were the only ones sitting on the beach chairs. And in high season, you pay 100 baht for those chairs per person. We paid 50 today each. Had a coconut, had some snacks, and I made a bit of a walk and talk on the beach for the YouTube channel. A lot of people like them and enjoy them. And I did one today, and we were the only ones there. There was a few people in the water swimming, but not many. So it's very, very quiet this time of year, and that's why I like it. Low season is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah. Malcolm, he's been here for quite a while, years. And he's invested in the country. He's bought a condo. And he was saying, I think he's in the know, he was saying how many factories have closed. And, specifically car factories, you know, that's not a good sign.
No.
That's, my own example, I mean, I took my bike to get serviced today.
Okay.
The roads weren't busy on Sukhumvit, driving. And I mean, I've seen it when it's crazy there.
Yes.
And it was like 8:30. It's not, it's still a bit of rush hour, I think. No issues with traffic. And I get to the dealership, and this is a pretty big dealership. There's nobody in the service. I mean, I just drove the bike up, but I didn't know, hey, do I need an appointment? Well, I'd stopped in once before, and they basically said, no, you can come, but I didn't know, hey, it's Friday's busy, but Saturdays, I mean. And so an hour later, the first service is done on the bike. Well, I go in the back, I pay the bill. It's only 1,300 baht. That was pretty good,
Right.
Go in the back, still nobody else there. So now it's like about 10 o'clock, a little after 10. I think I was the only customer all morning. Wow. Yeah.
Now, I went into Ford to get mine serviced, and I had to book it in to get it serviced. We were there an hour. That's it. In and out in an hour for the service. The first service, all they do is just the oil change.
Yeah.
So they changed the oil. You know how much it cost me? 0. Nothing. With Toyota, I got 11 free services, they said, but that was only for the labor. They still charged me for the materials.
Okay.
For like the oil, the fluids, and all that. Ford didn't pay a penny, and I get 5 free services.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and they said you only have to serve it once a year, because this next generation Everest that I have, it's so technologically advanced. You don't have to do it every 6 months like you did before.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's got all the computers and bells and whistles in there. You get a notification on your phone if there's something wrong, and so does the shop. The dealer gets a notification, and they'll call you and tell you, hey, you need to come in. Your car's got a problem.
Good service.
Yeah.
Yep. Joe Ford, is XRP ever going to take off, I wonder?
I don't know.
I don't touch any altcoins.
No, I don't either. If I was going to touch an altcoin, I might go for Solana. But other than that, I'm Bitcoin diehard 100%.
Joe, there's a gentleman I'll recommend to you and anyone else interested in. He's Jamie at Invest Answers. Invest Answers is
his YouTube channel.
And he's about the only guy I watch religiously, and meaning daily. And you can trust him. He's a sharp cookie. You can tell after you watch a few videos, you'll understand he's got his head on straight. And so I've listened to him about XRP, and he does a lot of charting. Hey, what's popular? How far off the all-time high are these ones? How much in demand? How many people are using them? And these are tokens we're talking when you refer to XRP. And most of them are like dying on the vine. And so, check him out and check in some of those. You'll get your own thing. But
yeah, he's great for advice.
Some people, too. I mean, you don't want to get trapped in something where it's going to make it. It's going to make it. And, slowly it's been declining over the years, and, you're stuck with it, so to speak. So
yeah,
I don't do any research on that. As I've mentioned many times in the past, I strictly research Bitcoin. So that's where I spent my hours. Dennis L, on behalf of the brothers, that's true. You're genuine. There you
And
go.
thank you for that, Dennis. That is highly appreciated. That really means a lot to me.
That's a fact,
That
Jack.
really means a lot.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's true. Jack Bree, 68-ton 9-axle B-double in cities in Australia will never work.
Exactly.
Put them on a straight path, and they got, you know, a couple hundred miles to go. You never know.
Well, I mean, they have the wagon trains in Australia where you're pulling like 3 trailers.
Yeah.
That is a freaking art, man.
Oh,
I'm
man.
telling you. You try and connect one trailer to another trailer while we're reversing.
Yeah.
Nightmare. It
Yeah,
really
they were
is.
telling me it's like the road. There's nobody out there. Like
Yeah.
it's,
You're in the outback.
Yeah. You don't see anybody, so
Yeah.
you can pull a whack. Heath McDaniel, driverless, safer until there's a glitch or internet goes out.
Oh God. Yeah. Then what happens? Exactly.
And the robots all fall down.
Or some nut figures out how to hack the system.
Yeah. Henry Olin from Tampa, loving it, loving it, loving it. Thank you, Cooper. Thank you, Brooke, for another great show.
And thank you, Henry. Much appreciated, brother.
And Throckmorton received a county site from code enforcement. Called them. A neighbor had complained about my garbage bin being on the curb past pickup. My sign that it is time for me to go. By the way, my realtor is now coming too.
Wow. Nosy neighbors.
Well, yeah.
You know, because your garbage can's still on the sidewalk.
Oh.
Oh my God. Really? They got
Talk about
nothing
drama.
better to do.
Yeah, isn't there anything better to do?
Yeah.
One thing you'll love here, guys, there's no drama.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we just smile every day, we laugh every day, and you know.
And in the condos here, every single floor has got a garbage room.
Yeah.
All you do is you just walk it down the hallway, you put
Nice
it in
and
the garbage
easy.
room, they empty it several times a day.
Yeah.
You don't have to go outside in the rain with the garbage or anything, you know, to the end of the compound, whatever complex looking for a trash can. No, they have them on every floor. And a lot of condo complexes even have service elevators. Yeah. That they take the garbage down in.
Yeah.
For the cleaners, they use it so the regular elevators aren't tied up with, you know, the big multi-story condo complexes. They have service elevators too.
I had a condo in the Philippines that I was paying the exact same money as I did on my 1-bedroom here. And it was a half star, 28 square meter. And I moved to a 5-star, 35 square meter for the same money. Yeah. Where everything works.
Exactly.
You know, yeah. So
and nothing worked there.
Nothing.
You were used to come around my house just to use the Wi-Fi because your signal was just doing this, wasn't it?
Oh,
Coop, can I come over?
Had my
Wi-Fi
feet up watching your big 80-inch TV, thinking life don't get any better. I'll put the lights out. Don't worry. Mark Kazinga, I know you boys love Bitcoin. Are you going to But Daddy Tate coin too? Maybe it's buy from Andrew Tate. Haha, great show, guys. I'm
not buying any of the meme coins.
There's coins issued every day, guys, and I'm talking thousands issued every day.
But the only reason I'm in Bitcoin is because there's only ever going to be 21 million coins.
And you did your research.
There's 19 million already mined, and there's only 2 million left to be mined, and that's still over 100 years away before the last coin will be mined. So when you have a finite supply of anything, demand always will always outweigh supply. So therefore, that's why you have your price. With things like Solana and Ethereum and Doge and all those others, they can just make more.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, you can't. It's written into the program. You can only mine those 21 million.
Yeah.
You will never be able to mine another coin past it.
Correct. So, limited supply.
Exactly.
Is good. There's nothing else limited. Supply. You know. Yep. New Wave, right? What happens with driverless trucks when that CrowdStrike outage happens?
Exactly.
I think there's a few lawsuits over that.
Yeah.
Robert R., when getting an IDP, International Driver's Permit, make sure it is correct. If motorcycle endorsement, make sure it is included. Absolutely. I've heard of people without correctly stamped IDPs. Yeah. And they're a bit of a stickler. If they find, sorry, it's not
exactly. And what the Thai police are doing here when they have the road stoppage for checking people's licenses, a lot of people come over here and they think that they can just rent a scooter easy as no problem. Well, a lot of the shops, they don't check it to see if you have a license.
None of them do.
They don't care as long as they get the
Exactly.
money.
You paying the
But
money,
here's
that's
the
good.
thing:
You're
when
good
you
to
get
go.
stopped by one of those road checkpoints and you don't have a license, they kick you off the scooter and say, bye-bye. And you got to walk back home
Yeah.
to wherever it is you're staying or grab a Bolt. They keep the bike. And good
Could be
luck
trouble.
trying to get your money back.
Yeah. Your deposit.
Your deposit back, because you've just lost it.
You lost the
That
bike.
bike company has kept your deposit because they now got to get the bike back
Yeah.
from the bike company and from the police. And a lot of these rental places, they want to hold your passport while you rent the bike.
Yeah.
So when you go back to get your passport, say, hey, they're taking the bike away from me. Well, why did they take it away? Because I don't have a license. Well, you're not supposed to be driving without a license. And by the way, here's a fine. You don't pay it, you don't get your passport back.
Valid license.
And you've lost your deposit.
Yeah.
So don't even risk it.
I mean, I rented that bike for a year.
Yes, you did.
know what I mean? I kind of wish I had bought, get-go, but I don't ever recall being asked for a driver's license.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it, no problem. And, it's the one I flashed to the cop when I did get stopped. That ain't worth shit around here, You need an IDP. And that's only good for 30 days, I think, in Thailand.
Yeah,
Then
30
they
days.
expect you to have your Thai driver's license.
Exactly.
Yep. Malcolm Hawkins, things definitely slowed down here as the tourism numbers are down 5 million compared to this time last year. That's a lot.
Economy's hurting, Brooke.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody's hurting all over the world.
Malcolm would know.
The prices have gone through the roof on everything.
Yeah.
Who can afford to go on holiday? Not many people nowadays. And those that are trying to save for their future, aren't interested in going on a holiday. They want to build up their pension fund. And those that aren't saving are the ones that are coming over here having a vacation, the young bucks. And then God that help them when they hit 50 and they've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
That's the people I fear the most for, because they're not planning for the future.
Or if, planning for a future in the West, it's just maybe what you need is outpacing your ability to save it. And what you've got to look forward to there is increased taxes, increased property expenses, homeowner fees, car insurances. So here I sit in Thailand. I got rid of 2 vehicles, 2 insurances on those vehicles. One of them was a lease, by the way.
And that was back home in Canada.
Back home in Canada. I got rid of a condo fee. I got rid of a property tax in 2 different, spots. I mean, the money I was saving just alone, so I mean, I was living there, but I sure wasn't saving much of anything, just surviving. Here, you live like a king. You laugh every day. You don't worry about money at all.
But that's
and I'm
just
saving
it. You just brought up a valid point, Brooke. That is the difference between the West and Thailand. Yeah. In the West, you're surviving.
Yeah.
In Thailand, you're living.
Yeah.
That is the main difference. When people ask me, what's the difference, Coop? That's what I tell them.
And you'll find if you plan for a Western retirement, you probably can retire today.
Yes.
You need another, 5 years in the West, maybe more. You can probably retire today in Thailand.
Exactly.
And take those 5 good years, you're younger, and enjoy retirement, guys.
Yeah.
Don't wait, because those last 5 years, they're not as good as these 5 years. So.
Yeah. Because I got people retired here on different budgets. I got people retired here on $1,000 US a month.
Absolutely.
I got people retired here on over $10,000 a month.
Yeah.
I got people that are subscribers of mine that are here in Thailand that are multimillionaires. I got people that only got $10,000 in the bank, or less than that to their name.
Yeah.
So I've got a whole range. And one thing that everybody's got in common, they're all retirees and they're all getting along.
I still think Scotty had his checklist. He came for a 7-day visit, first time ever to Thailand.
Yeah.
To check it out. Boots on the ground.
And
is this a place I want to retire? And what's he doing?
Going back, selling everything and coming back in October.
There you go. Good. And his statement was, Coop, everything you said is true. You know what I mean? So that's a good.
And he
good
met
sign.
a lot of the community members, and he's
yeah.
made instant friends.
Smiling, happy.
And that made a huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Anyways, JM, is the retiree abroad have to return home for at least 30 days yearly if they want to continue on Social Security benefits?
No, you don't. You can claim your Social Security anywhere in the world if you're an American citizen. You
Yeah.
can get your Social Security paid straight into your bank account. They have all the paperwork to do it for the U.S. Social Security system.
Yeah.
So they are very up to date with American law and the rules, and they can do it all for you. You can have it paid into your U.S. account and then transfer that monthly over to your Thai bank account, whichever way you feel more happier with. But no, you don't have to return to the States at all. You can do everything online.
Similar in Canada. I mean, I do file Canadian residency, pay my taxes yearly, and yet, I'm still qualified now. I know there's something with the Australian pension plan where
That's a different story.
that's a different story. They have
It's
to
not as
be there.
straightforward as England or
No.
America.
I think Malcolm said
Yeah.
he's got to go back for 2 years
For 2 years.
in order to claim. Well,
Yeah.
Jesus,
You got to be a resident at the age of your retirement in Australia. Stay there for 2 years prior to you becoming of age to be able to get it, and then apply to be able to receive it outside of country.
Oh my Lord!
So it's a ball ache for Australians,
isn't
and
it?
I really feel for them.
Dave Geyser, I'm looking into assisted living facilities. Do you think you might ever do a review of a few of them? I think that would
Yes.
be a wise idea.
There are 2 around our area. There's one in Banks Array that I know of, and then there's a big one in Wahin, run by an expat. But unfortunately, we didn't have time to meet up with them when we were down there. I did want to
We
make
could
a
do
video
another
of
trip
that,
on that. Yeah.
but we will be making another trip over there.
I would like to be with you when you do that.
Yes.
Simply because I'd have a lot of questions I'd like to ask the guy. It might be a type of interview type of thing.
Yes. We'll interview him for the channel.
Because there would be people, hey, what happens in 10 years?
Exactly. But what a lot of people do is they go on Phuket Post website.
Okay.
And there's registered nurses that do home care.
Bingo.
And they come to you.
Yeah.
So you can still live in your home and they'll come to you, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
It is super cheap.
That might be another way
that might be another way rather than living in elderly homes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing with those assisted living, though, you'd probably want where doctors are on site, nurses.
Depends on your medical condition and how fit you are, and sort of things like that.
It'd be something for everybody.
Exactly.
Joe Ford.
Joe Ford sends a $10 super thanks and says, "Thank you, chaps." And Darlene, of course. Thank you, Joe Ford. Much appreciated, brother. God bless you.
I mean, we got a lot of thumbs up. I mean, Darlene's still smiling. Anyone can tell?
I don't know. I can't see through the door.
I can't either. Shinobi Business. Why do Thais leave the factory stickers on appliances?
Show you that they're legitimate, I guess.
Yeah, maybe they're new.
That would be my guess.
I've been in 2 condos in Dusit, a 1-bedroom, now in a 2, and there's still tape on the appliances.
Yeah, show you the brand new.
I haven't taken it off. It doesn't hurt anything, I guess. So, Greg McGinnis, is there any new laws about marijuana with the new prime minister?
That's a good question, because the old one wanted to make it only legal for those that have medical issues and get a medical certificate from a doctor so they could legally buy it. But for the general public, it would be banned. This new prime minister, she's not come out with an agenda yet. She's not come out with, her scope for the future, what her plans are, any of that, other than she scrapped the 10,000 baht that she was going to give every Thai citizen in a digital wallet. They've decided, no, actually, we can't afford that. We're not as well off as we thought we were. And it would really hurt the government financially. If we did, it would put us into debt.
Yeah.
Effectively. And Thailand is one of those very few countries that's not in debt right now.
I'm sure they have debt.
But no, if there's any change to that, Greg, I will definitely let everybody know.
I don't think, Greggy, that there'd be any action on that. When you drive down a lot of these streets and every 4th business is a marijuana dispensary, there'd be an uproar, in my opinion. But anyways, Music Sanctuary. Good morning, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. Greetings from Edmonton, Alberta. I'm late to the show, but hope you folks are well.
And we are.
Enjoy your Timmies.
Enjoy your Timmies, and thank you for coming on and joining us. About to wrap it up. We only got 4 questions left.
Heath McDaniel, barely surviving here, being on disability only.
I'm on disability, Heath.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Brooke out in the pool, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I said to you, I said, Brooke, if I was in the West, I'd be struggling. And you said, so would you.
Yeah.
If I was in California, I'd be struggling today financially. I really would. with property taxes and everything so high as they are right now, and prices and inflation through the roof. Gas prices in California are the highest in all of America,
Yeah.
even higher than New York. We get taxed through the roof on gas in the state of California. So no, I would really be struggling. I'd be surviving. My head would be above water, but only to the bottom of my chin. You know, here, the water's under my feet and I'm living a great life. That's the difference.
Yep.
That is the main difference here that you'll find, Heath, when you get over here.
Chris Wheeler, just listed my property on the market and will have an extra 100K laying around while packing my bags. Bitcoin thoughts on the dip?
Buy
and hold, Chris.
Buy and hodl.
Yeah.
On the dip, definitely buy and hodl. August is generally a quiet month for Bitcoin. September is a quiet month for Bitcoin. It's when you get into the fourth quarter that Bitcoin on a bull run starts to go crazy.
Yeah.
So that's October, November, December, January, February, March. The first quarter of the preceding year is also the best for Bitcoin. So now is the time to buy and hold. Don't let go of it for love or money.
Yeah.
And you'll be very, very happy in about 6 months.
It will be volatile, Chris, but just don't look at 3 weeks, 3 months, even a year. Figure on a 5-year horizon, and you'll wish you had bought more.
Yeah.
Rhea Rosento.
Well, lots of love, and thank you, Rhea, for you and Gerald. Lots of love from me and Darlene.
Friends of yours.
Yeah.
Stuart H. State pension gets frozen when you move from the UK to Thailand. No increases.
No, but you still get your state pension.
Oh, okay.
So whatever it is when you leave England, you will get that until the day you die. You just won't get the interest. If every year the state pension goes up by a certain percentage points.
Okay, yeah.
And you would index cost of living. You wouldn't get that, but you would still get the amount that you left with. So let's just say, for argument's sake, you left with $1,000, 1,000 British pounds. Let's keep the math easy. If you were living in the UK for 10 years after getting your pension, you might get 1,100.
Or 12
at the end of,
whatever,
or 12 at the end of the 10 years. It might go up to that. Whereas if you're living outside, you still only get the 1,000.
It's like a fixed
That's
pension.
the difference. It's a fixed pension for those that live outside the country. But with Thailand, price is so cheap, and bot buses have not gone up one bot in over 20 years. It's still 10 bot. When I came here 20 years ago, it was only 10 bot for the bot bus.
Wow,
it's still 10 bot.
There's no inflation for you.
Yeah, so it is super, super cheap.
Yeah. Alfa Romeo, perfect timing. While watching the live stream, my Thai retirement Bitcoin wallet just arrived.
Oh, wow.
The one I sent him. Yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure you send me the codes on that. Safe, keep it for you. Safe.
And last comment goes to Alfa Romeo, says, thanks again, boys. Much appreciated. And thank you. We are out of time. We're almost at 2 hours. That's what we try and limit the live streams to 2 hours. So I want to thank everybody for coming on and joining the channel. And to those our first time viewers, thank you for coming on and watching us. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a penny. Then look at the banner down below. It says Cooper's Thai Adventure Community, our Facebook group. We have over 1,400 of our subscribers on there, and over 250 are living here and can tell you exactly what it's like. There is a live chat on there, and we try and provide as much information as possible and bring like-minded people into retirement in Thailand and make a lot of friends. So if that's something that you would be interested in, then this is the channel for you, and recommend it to your friends. Post it on social media, boost this channel. Let's help as many people as we can come over to the land of smiles, enjoy the rest of their lives, and be happy.
Oh, that was a mouthful.
Yep.
Well done. Well done, Junior.
And thank you, Dad. As Bubba Gump says, for the first 3 months, I thought you were his daddy.
For the first 3 months.
So thank you all for coming on and joining us. God bless you all. Until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned.